The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 28th of December 1660. Office day. There all the morning. Dined at home alone with my wife, and so stayed within all the afternoon and evening, at my lute with great pleasure, and so to bed with great content. The 29th of December 1660. Within all the morning, several people to speak with me. Mr. Shepley for £100, Mr. Kennard and Warren the merchant about deals for my lord, Captain Robert Blake lately come from the Straits about some Florence wine for my lord, and with him I went to Sir William Penn, who, offering me a barrel of oysters, I took them both home to my house, having by chance a good piece of roast beef at the fire for dinner. And there they dined with me, and sat talking all the afternoon, good company. Thence to Alderman Blackwell's, and took a brave state plate and cup in lieu of the candlesticks that I had the other day, and carried them by coach to my lord's, and left them there. And so back to my father's, and saw my mother, and so to my uncle Fenner's, whither my father came to me, and there we talked and drank, and so away. I home with my father, he telling me what bad wives both my cousin Joyces make to their husbands, which I much wondered at. After talking of my sisters coming to me next week, I went home and to bed. The 30th of December 1660, Lord's Day. Lay long in bed, and being up, I went with Will to my lord's, calling in at many churches in my way. There I found Mr. Shepley in his Venetian cap, taking physic in his chamber, and with him I sat till dinner. My lord dined abroad, and my lady in her chamber, so Mr. Hetley, Child, and I dined together, and after dinner Mr. Child and I spent some time at the lute, and so promising to prick me some lessons to my theorbo, he went away to see Henry Laws, who lies very sick. I to the abbey and walked there, seeing the great confusion of people that come there to hear the organs. So home, calling in at my father's, but stayed not, my father and mother being both forth. At home I fell a reading of Fuller's Church History till it was late, and so to bed. The 31st of December 1660. At the office all the morning, and after that home, and not staying to dine, I went out, and in Paul's churchyard I bought the play of Henry IV, and so went to the new theatre, only calling at Mr. Crewe's, and ate a bit with the people there at dinner. And so it acted, but my expectation being too great, it did not please me, as otherwise I believe it would, and my having a book, I believe, did spoil it a little. That being done, I went to my lord's, where I found him private at cards with my Lord Lauderdale and some persons of honour. So Mr. Shepley and I over to Harper's, and there drank a pot or two, and so parted, my boy taking a cat home with him for my lord's, which Sarah had given him for my wife, we being much troubled with mice. At Whitehall, inquiring for a coach, there was a Frenchman with one eye that was going my way, so he and I hired the coach between us, and he set me down in Fenchurch Street. Strange how the fellow, without asking, did tell me all what he was, and how he had ran away from his father, and come into England to serve the king, and now going back again. Home and to bed. I'll just have a look at these annotations of that last one, because I need to stretch the time out a little. There's some notes on the play Henry IV. And it says that Killigrew's company staged part 1 according to one source. There were 9 editions of the play published since Shakespeare wrote it in 1598 and 1639. He didn't write it in 1639. Just today, a friend of mine arranged to stay with me when he visits New York to see a current performance of the play. Oh, I'm not reading that. That should do it.